Hello YouTube, Jeff Steele here with Steel Navigator. Today's video topic is the best gasoline for the Jeep Cherokee XJ. I feel I have some reliability and credibility on this topic. I've been driving my Jeep for over 6 years now. Growing up, my father had approximately 4 Jeep Cherokees, so I've been around them virtually my entire life. I'm 31. Let's look at the manual first. My Jeep is a 98 4.0 engine, AW4 transmission. I'm on my second engine. The original engine made it to 322,000 miles. I've tried a variety of different gasolines, brands, octanes, so I have a little bit of experience on the topic. First, let's look at the manual. This is the original manual. The back of the manual says gas station reference, fuel selection for gasoline engines, unleaded gasoline at 87 octane is what it recommends. Let's turn to page 126 in this particular manual. Fuel requirements. I'm going to read this verbatim to you. Your engine is designed to meet all emissions regulations and provide excellent fuel economy and performance when using high-quality unleaded gasoline, having an octane rating of 87. The use of premium gasoline is not recommended. The use of premium gasoline will provide no benefit over high-quality regular gasolines and in some circumstances may result in poor performance. Now let me make a note there that if the Jeep Cherokee's drivetrain and computer system at the time of printing this book was all modern, these statements would hold true. But the 4.0 engine is not a modern engine. When these Jeeps were made, the technology was not at a level to differentiate, I would say, between octane levels and to recalibrate the computer to compensate for the different octane levels. I don't believe that, and I'm going to show you this in regards to this book, that there is contradictory information in this owner's manual to back my claim up. It says light spark knock at low engine speeds is not harmful to your engine. However, continued heavy spark knock at high speeds can cause damage and immediate service is required. Engine damage resulting from operation with a heavy spark knock may not be covered by the new vehicle warranty. Poor quality gasoline can cause problems such as hard starting, stalling, and hesitations. If you experience these symptoms, try another brand of gasoline before considering service for this vehicle. Now, it also says some fuel suppliers blend unleaded gasoline with oxygenates such as ethanol up to 10%, which are required in some areas of the country. Again, this book is from 1998. And it says it may be used in your vehicle. Now, let's turn to page 137. This is in the towing section of the manual. Right here, in an all-capped box, it says caution. When pulling a heavy load or driving a fully loaded vehicle, use a premium unleaded fuel to help prevent spark knock. If spark knock persists, lighten the load. Otherwise, engine piston damage may result. So there is 2 contradictory sections in the owner's manual. One section says premium gasoline over 87 is not required and can result in poor performance. This section says to use a premium unleaded fuel. And the first section also said if you have issues, try different brands. So what that's saying overall is the Jeep Cherokee specifically speaking in regards to the 4.0 engine, the straight six, it is not a modern engine. It can be picky with what we feed it. I have the philosophy that just like with the food I put in my body, I want to put the best fuels, the best fluids in my Jeep as I possibly can get my hands on. I know it costs more money, there's no question about that. But I truly believe, and with my research, I have done extensive research as far as gasoline. Brand absolutely matters. Octane absolutely matters. When I first got this Jeep, I have always ran premium. I've always ran 93 octane. That is what I've ran since I got this Jeep. I put almost 100,000 miles on the original engine before it blew. And I have a suspicion as to why it went, the original engine. But not just due to the age. So the first engine, for I'd say the first year or two, I was running Kroger brand fuel. I was still running 93 octane. But not long after I started using it, I started hearing my valves rattle. Now this is with 93 octane Kroger brand fuel. I would get the 3 cents off, or I would get the 10 cents off. Sometimes I could even get $1 off, so I was saving a ton of money getting the Kroger brand. Still getting 93 octane, but I started having significant valve rattling. I could hear it. Very distinctive valves rattling. It was a high mileage engine, no doubt, but with 93 octane, that there should not be any valves rattling. When I started hearing the noise from the valves, I immediately took action. I switched to Shell Super 93, the Plus Nitro. All of the noise, all of the valve rattling stopped completely. Engine noise decreased considerably. I noticed an increase in acceleration, throttle response, low range power, mid range, and top end power. No question about it. I have been running Shell Super 93 ever since. Got a new engine, approximately 322,000 miles. I'm almost at the 5,000 mile break-in. So approaching 327,000 miles on this Jeep. I will not put fuel in this Jeep unless it's Shell Super 93. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the fuel. They did a comparison, I think it was on Jay Leno's Garage, where they had an engine set up to where half of the engine was running on a regular gasoline and the other half was running on Shell Super 93 with the nitro. And then they inspected the inside of the engine, valves and such after the test. Clearly, the side of the engine that was running Shell looked almost brand new. Crystal clear, perfectly clean. Check that out. I've looked at various forums on the Jeep Cherokee online. I've probably looked at 3 or 4 different forums on this conversation as to what gasoline people are using. There are 2 sides to the argument. Some people say, oh, well, the Jeep Cherokee, the 4.0, it's bulletproof. It's designed to run on 87. You can do that, no problem. No doubt. Can the 4.0 engine run on the cheapest 87 octane fuel you can buy? Can it? Yes, it can. It's tough. You'll roll down the road. But if you want optimum performance, optimum fuel economy, and max engine life out of your Jeep, you will run Shell Super 93. I'm not affiliated with Shell. If you can't get Shell Super 93, go to Chevron, go to 76, go to Sunoco, go to another premium brand. I've heard not to use Texaco, but those others that I mentioned, go there. If you can't go there, if you have to go to a bigger box, go to Quick Trip. Guaranteed gasoline. As far as, and I've heard Costco has good fuel. I'm still a little weary of Costco because they are a big box chain. They have the lowest fuel prices, no doubt. How are they able to get those fuel prices that low? Clearly they have more fillers, possibly more water in their fuels. I don't trust those big box retailers. I've heard stories of people going to Kroger and there being too much water in the fuel, cars breaking down. I've heard stories of racetrack at some local branches where I live, in the Atlanta area, a few years ago. We had some harsh winters, and the regular and mid-grade fuels froze. That's how much water was in their fuel. It froze. The only option they had was premium because that's the only thing that would flow through the pumps. You absolutely get what you pay for. There are two sides of the argument online. I have over 6 years of experience running of continuous daily driving a Jeep Cherokee XJ with a 4.0 engine. Brand matters, octane matters. No question about it. I hope that this settles the argument as far as what gasoline you should run in your Jeep Cherokee XJ, specifically the 4.0. That's the engine I have the most experience with. So comment down below. Let's start a conversation on this topic. I'll leave links down below as usual for little upgrades for your Jeep Cherokee that make it run even better. I also recommend when you do go to your premium fuel station, make sure you go to one that it has high traffic, so you know you're getting fresh fuel. And always fill up no later than when your fuel gauge shows a quarter of a tank or more. Do not let it get below a quarter of a tank. You'll burn your fuel pump up and possibly suck in trash through the engine. Also, one tip, run a can of Seafoam through your tank every 1,500 miles. This will absolutely help you. I daily drive my Jeep every day. I average 17.7 miles in the city. It's all stock except for a little larger tire, 235 BFG KO2s. Again, comment down below. Share this video. Tap the thumbs up icon. Subscribe if you would. I greatly appreciate it. I do thank you for watching.